I'm actually no longer a strict vegan. I don't hang out in the cheese section, I don't even eat cheese. I don't drink milk, but every once in a while I'll have an egg. I'm going to eat eggs that come out of my next door neighbor's farm, that's just the way it is. Two halves don't make a whole, two wholes make a whole. In my relationship, I was giving myself away to make the relationship better, but in actuality, wasn't doing better by doing that. I became less of a man. Equality and separation cannot exist in the same space. I'm totally into New Age and self-help books. I used to work in a bookstore and that's the section they gave me, and I got way into it. I just love the power of positive thinking, letting yourself go. Music is a weapon in the war against unhappiness. I'm trying to be more of a gentleman. It was a very bizarre experience for me, to get the songs together, go in there, and try to deliver them as I would perhaps in a live setting. But I realized that I couldn't take on that coffeehouse style that I came from and go in there and burn it up. I had a gig in Sweden. There were thousands of people there, and when I launched into "I'm Yours," they were all singing along. It was as if I was singing the Swedish national anthem. I was stunned. When I was in high school, the Dave Matthews Band was a local band, and that was the first time I was starting to connect with a live band that was something that wasn't on the radio or TV. I have an amazing social media wingman who manages my Facebook fan site. All my blogs get copied there. My email inbox exploded, and I don't have that kind of time. My mom and sister have their whole life on Facebook, and I'm not there. I call it sacred geometry, when everything's just right and it feels really balanced, so that when it unfolds to the next part, you feel totally familiar and at ease within the song. Surrender to life itself and you'll just be rewarded with so many things. And I've been rewarded so many times, in so many mysterious ways, so I have no reason to be disappointed with anything. You can't live the rest of your life carrying a pain because your parents couldn't get along. I choose to spend my life crafting a joy. In Buddhism, they say attachment to anything only leads to suffering. So when we laugh, it's our way of saying, I'm unattached to that. You're tickled by it, it makes your lobes do something on their own. So humor is very important to me. I always take that to the stage first. I listen to the radio, so I was influenced by everyone from Michael Jackson to Milli Vanilli. But thankfully my dad had a collection of Cat Stevens albums while my mom was listening to jazz. In the words of Michael Jackson, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I've always been a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy. When all of us are acknowledged as the human equals that we really are, there will be no space left for bullying. It will no longer be wrong to choose one thing over another. There's a certain feeling of giving, a certain feeling of generosity in love songs. When you sing a song of love, you're actually giving something to yourself, too. You're singing and casting these affirmations of love out into the universe. Getting on stage is a bonus, that's my therapy, that's when I can tell stories and it all makes sense. It's from being melancholy and having my human down experiences that I learn, that I overcome, that I transform, and these realizations I put into song. That's what I choose to put in my backpack and carry with me around the world. I think it's important to earn your fan base and not just try to immediately advance to the top. If you ride to the top quickly, you're liable to fall as quickly. Take your time. It's a long journey ahead of you as an artist. There's nowhere that you're supposed to be other than right now living inside of your art. I want to know why we exist and what I can do while I'm existing. Basically, it's learning how to exist, wholly, consciously. Growing up on fast food and television shows, you can easily forget to exist. You can even be treated as if you don't. Steven, my friend who came out to me my senior year, was a huge Madonna fan. So I may know all the words to Bedtime Stories, Erotica, and a few more of her albums, and we may have watched Truth or Dare 1,000 times. But that guitar is the perfect companion to the human voice. You rest it against your gut, against your heart, and when you strum it the vibrations go outwards for all to hear, but the vibration also hits you on your body. If you have nothing but love for your avocados, and you take joy in turning them into guacamole, all you need is someone to share it with. I don't follow any of what the pop world is doing. Sometimes I feel like that's a weakness, actually, that I'm too in my own bubble. But I'm really just interested in the inner journey, and pop is all about the exterior world, the material. I want to be surrounded by women, I want to be snuggled and cuddled and pampered. In my relationship, I was giving myself away to make the relationship better, but in actuality, wasn't doing better by doing that. I became less of a man. Thanks to I'm Yours, I'm probably set for a really long time. The pressure I put on myself, or what I hope my I won't give up does, is to make a difference in people's lives. With I'm Yours, I got to go out and set my feet on different continents, and expose myself to different cultures and causes. Careers can disappear just as quickly as they're made, so I'm in no hurry. I basically had the idea when I was 18 that I wanted to write my own songs. I knew it was going to be a long, tough road, and I was like, if I just begin now, by the time I'm 40, I'll be good at it. I buy records from all across the board. I get kind of a hybrid of influences in my own music. I came from Mechanicsville, Virginia, where you have 4 seasons. I think anyone who uses the web is smart and will profit. I think especially with the internet and the amount of reality shows that are going on, there's no way to keep a secret anymore, so I try to let my project be as much as reality show as I can allow it to be. My goal is to show everyone that they, too, can do what they love to do. My parents dreaded the fact that I was changing my life to do this, but I just kept doing it. Our shows are packed with laughter and light-hearted songs to lift the listener from their everyday life. We encourage the audience to participate in any way. Sometimes you forget where the heck you are, but when you get on stage, you know by the look on the people's faces and the accent in their voices where you might be. The easiest songs to write are pure fiction. There is no limit to how you can tell the story. I find it difficult when I'm replaying an event through a song. Traveling has a major impact on what I do, 'cause all over the world I'm meeting all kinds of people, and relationships is the second major impact that I have. I just enjoy the variety that the world has to offer. We want people to see us live before we continue on and call ourselves recording artists. Songs always get better after you start playing them live. And if you're singing to someone, or if they're singing along, and suddenly you're in harmony, then it's actually making a huge difference on a subatomic level that is actually transforming the world. But my strength was in singing and songwriting, which was a new discovery for me when I was 18, and I decided if I pursued songwriting, which is what was closest to my heart, then there would be no competition. I would just live my life being myself and living my dream. You know, there's still a lot of great songwriters out there who hand in songs, and there's a lot of brilliant singers and performers out there who sing other people's words. I enjoy doing both. I'm not a virtuoso on an instrument. You know, I'm not always singing in pitch. I laugh sometimes my way through the shows, but I'm an honest songwriter who's always tried to bring the audience with me on my journey in hopes that they see their own lives reflected in the work. Well, for me, what I've learned at the very end of this, love is sharing, and I think that really is, for me, the best place to go to experience love, is sharing. My parents were always very supportive and accepting. They even shared my curiosity for life, or perhaps I theirs. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.